All right, welcome back to the hangar. So it has been a minute. So I'm gonna run through a couple things real quick today. Hadn't done much out here in the shop as far as jets. I've been doing a lot of this and this. Like I said, that's my new Roland Jazz Course 120 amp, man. I am not a pro at guitar by any means. I'm a beginner still, even though I've been playing since I was a teenager. But that fucking amp, pardon my French, is just amazing. It's amazing, amazing tone, clear, and will do way more than I will ever do with it. But I'm super happy with that. I would highly recommend that amp to anybody in the rock genre and metal. It's got some cool features. It's not the cheapest in the world, but heck, amps, since I bought that Peavey Delta Blue amp years ago, these things have like quadrupled in cost, man. It's ridiculous, but still got a good deal on it. Ordered it from the local guitar shop. Got my wireless guitar link stuff set up there, so I don't have to have a cable, walking around with it. I've just got this guy that you put in your pocket, so it's wireless. It's a good system too. And just been playing, man. I got there's some pretty cool apps that you can get on your iPad. You can play along through songs. You can get online and play with people virtually. Well, not virtually, but live over the internet, so it's kind of cool. Loving the ESP USA Eclipse guitar. This is another good purchase, but anyways, back to the what you guys are all here for. So the model stuff. Had this up on the CG stand for a while. Everything was showing tail heavy, which I knew was pushing everything forward, and still with the new seats in, which are a little bit less weight and everything where I have it, I was still going to have to add about a pound of weight, even after, let me take the nose comb off here, even after getting some heavier power system batteries. So I was going to use, these are my typical go-tos that my buddy Doug makes. These are lithium ion 7.4 5200 milliamp packs. So I went ahead and I ordered, and you probably saw pictures if you follow my Facebook page, but I went ahead and ordered some of these Powerbox Pro. They're just 5200. I think these are 5000 milliamp, but they're heavier. You plug in a charger to them, so I don't have to use your typical thing. And I did that for weight. I actually took the stock battery box that I glued in out and put a ply one in here in the nose to make it a little bit more sturdy. And I was a little worried about having, that much nose or that much weight in the nose, but these are pretty sturdy rods. But even then, I really don't like that. I just, plus you have to disconnect the batteries when you take the nose off, and I'm gonna end up, and if I don't change anything, it still takes about a pound of BBs, which would be in the very tip of the nose. So that's about a pound, not even a pound, just under a pound, plus whatever the batteries are. They're typically about half a pound, so about a pound and a half in the very tip of the nose. And like I said, I'm not worried about it coming off. I'm just worried about it flexing. These are seem to be solid rods, but they do flex a little. So what I'm thinking about doing, and just because I don't want to add BBs, I'm going to redo some things in the nose, and that's kind of what I'm doing now. I disconnected and put longer leads from the ECU leads on the motors to the hub to allow me to shift. I had them mounted here, and they're going to be mounted about right here. So that gives me enough room to pull those cables to where the connection leads will be up here. So now what I'm going to do is, this is the original board And I think what I'm going to do is either make another board that extends out, which is what I've seen people do. They got all their batteries like right here, and that will help with these. These are even heavier, so if I get these out here, which is what I'm planning, so they're going to be somewhere right out in this area here, and I could even take those and move them in this area too, so that way I can take the nose cone off. That will probably get me to the point where I don't need to add any nose weight, because I typically you're always going to have fuel in the model when you land. So I'm even putting landing fuel in the model with CG, and with the chutes in and the all the armament on, it makes it worse. So if I didn't have any of that stuff, this thing would not be an issue. So I could have it would have been probably had to, I could probably move batteries back a little bit more, but because I lost some weight in the seats, and I'm not using pilots, this is kind of what I'm having to do. So that's where I'm at. So I got to figure out how I'm going to do this. I kind of don't want to do it, and extend it out anymore. So what I may do is, I don't know, maybe build something vertically that kind of comes out here, and then mount the batteries on each side. So we see, I got to come up with something. And that's kind of where I'm at. But the initial thing that I'm doing here is I put longer leads in. These are a little bit beefier wire, so I can go essentially and put my hubs here, which allows me to shorten these leads a little bit. These are the leads for the throttles and the pumps. So that's the air, but yeah, this is like the pump lead that had it come in way back here. So I literally can, essentially just cut that in half. And I might have some made up leads that are shorter anyway. So I got to redo that. This is what I had originally, which is kind of the stock. This is this is the 75 centimeter one. And these were some longer ones that they don't sell anymore. They're actually a thicker, beefier. These are, I believe, what are these, 14? These are 14. And let me see, find a place that I can read it. No, these might be 18 gauge. Yeah, so these are 18 gauge, and this is a 17. So not much difference, but they are a little bit thicker to help with the voltage drop. So that's what I'm doing. I'm getting there. I kind of put the seats in too. Was able to pull the little boxes out that the other seats set on, because these actually fit perfect. The front seat, I already cut some off the seat, trying to lower it. The way they have theirs, they have it too high. So I might just I don't want to cut any more of the seat, so if I'm going to do it, I'll just chop off the seat just to get it lower, because the headrest of the seat usually lines up with this area here. So theirs is like way up here, and it's just off. So I'm working on that too, but we'll get there. This is, like I said, I'm in no rush on this, because I don't plan on even touching flight touch, any maidens or anything until the spring. So just wanted to take a little break and give my fingertips a rest today. So I want to do a little bit of this. So, but yeah, I'm getting there. Oh, and I will be jumping on that. I have a Jetmonts 166 that I've had sitting here for a while, and I'm just going to put it in there because the 160s are not even in production yet. So I'm just going to put a 166 in there, and that'll be perfect, because most people put like 170s, 190s in them anyway. So, but you guys take it easy. It's not too long of a video. Oh, sorry. I did send some recommendations on the CG machine to Michael. One was to make an extension, or just make a longer one, because what I ran into with this one is with this being at its you know, max displacement, it was still not far enough to get to like the leading edge on something this big. So it'll be like an update or an upgrade that you can get based on what, you know, we were talking and what they're going to do. We're going to make a taller rod, which is just one that'll kind of slide down over this for things like you know, those giant freaking Bill Hempel, you know, half-size Cubs and stuff like that, just to kind of accommodate, give you some room and flexibility with it for much larger models. You know, anything's mid, smaller, this is going to handle and everything. So, but makes life really easy and it's super accurate. I'm actually going to get I'm going to get some of the 100 kilograms because the 40 kilograms with the new weight class is going to exceed these pucks. Yeah, so I got some of those coming. But anyways, you guys have a good one. Sorry, it's just a kind of a catch-up video. Not really much going on. Not really, like I said before, when you get to this stage in the build, there's not much to really show people. It's just finalizing, trying to find a place to put things and stuff like that. So probably the biggest stuff you'll see me doing this winter will be when I get around to putting the F-15 back together. So, and I still, of course, got to finish that guy over there. So, but you guys have a good one, and take it easy.